FIVB World Tour, and it is men's medal time. The crowd are in, and we are ready for a couple of awesome matchups live from Olsztyn, Poland. Well, welcome back to the glorious Olsztyn, where it's men's bronze medal time between two powerhouses of beach volleyball. It's the USA up against Brazil for bronze. Jake Gibb and Casey Patterson, well, they were agonizingly close to making the gold medal, just missing out to world champions Bruno and Alison. But now they have a slightly different test. They're up against Simon and Gustavo Cavaliers from Brazil. And it is a beautiful sunny day here, 26 degrees as we look over the Olsztyn Lake. We've had some turbulent conditions throughout the week, wind, rain, almost a tornado. But now the conditions are just superb. The slow wave is going around the stadium, and we are 3 or 4 minutes away from what should be another classic encounter. The crowd have had a great afternoon. They've been partying very, very hard, but the main action is just about to start. Jake Gibb and Casey Patterson from the USA in blue, looking for their first medal of 2016. They've won 6 medals as a pairing in 40 events, but the medals have gone a little bit dry as of late. These two in your screen, Guto and Simon, well, they're a team who won't be going to Rio this year due to how competitive the Brazilian beach volleyball culture is, but they are fast improving and they are looking for their first ever Grand Slam medal. All of their success has come in open so far, but for the two 22-year-olds, this could be their moment. The crowd are on the feet as we get ready to meet our referees. Anton Peks from Slovenia, a very experienced referee on the stand. And his backup on the sand is Marcin Brejlak. Now it's time to meet our teams for bronze. It's going to be Brazil first. Sorry, my mistake, the USA are out first. I saw the dance to the wrong side. Jake Gibb, wearing the wrong jersey, now 40 years old, from Huntington Beach, an experienced customer, and his partner, Casey Patterson, who got very fired up this morning, very agitated with Bruno. It's going to be interesting to see how he reacts this afternoon. Here are Brazil. Guto, the right-sided defender, 22 years young, from Rio de Janeiro. And his blocker, the 6'7" tall Simon. Simon, well, he gave it his best shot this morning, had to block, jump serve and side out. Tiredness will be a key factor in this. The combined age of the Americans is 76. Casey Patterson, 36 years old now, Gibb at 40, with the two Brazilians just at 22 years apiece. Another thing to take into consideration is that Brazil have had an extra hour rest. More time to recover, hydrate, and refuel. Patterson has the ball in hand, though. 6'7" defender. Won twice on the World Tour. And straight after Guto. Jake Gibb deciding to break the block. not quite still. Tomahawk defense, can't quite keep control. If this game is anything, well, if this game is the same as what we've had previously here today, we are in for an absolute treat. Gibb from the right side, ball just drops on his right shoulder. Doesn't quite get over the top of that one, so slow start for Jake Gibb, as it was in the semi-final against Alison and Bruno. Gibb Patterson was slow out of the blocks. Guto, phenomenal start. Jake Gibb just plants and plucks the ball. What a rally we have started very well here. Gibb and Guto competing hard on the backcourt. Guto the target again. Jake Gibb is in to block, watching the spiker. First cut shot from Guto. Interesting that the Americans have gone after the defender early on. It was Simon that got pestered for long periods against Latvia. Serves a little bit long. These teams have played each other 3 times head-to-head. Twice the Americans victorious, once the Brazilians. It's an exquisite swing from Guto. And they met earlier on in the pool stages. It was Gibb and Patterson that came out the winners. Gibb just jumping in, blocking the cross-court late, but Guto, as we've seen before, has got every shot in the book for a youngster. Bit tight from Patterson, but Gibb bullies Simon. His younger Brazilian opponent was second best there, reaching up on the ball, pushing hard. Simon. There's a few American fans out there. Still the strongest start from the US. Casey Patterson comes flying through with an audacious butt. Just keeps the ball in front of him the whole time. Oh, face shots. Hats off from Simon. Good serving from the center. Proves to be a very nice serve. Simon hasn't had to receive yet, has he? Everything has gone the way of Guto. He can't back it up, though. Both teams very valiant in defeat in the semi-finals. More jump serves, Simon. Gibb getting served to his left, so he takes the reverse, much to the happiness of Casey Patterson. You see here that Gibb was always testing, his weight was always going to the left, so it made sense for him to take the reverse ball and then snap it back across the court. It'd be difficult to hit an up and down set from that position on the pass. Guto, Bruno-esque. Jumps like a ninja and just snaps it back across the face of the court. Stop serving. This game yet to break into full flow. Very much the calm before the storm. Gibb goes back to the center and he drops short. It's a good decision to go to the pin. Excellent passing from Guto. Simon manages to create space in his setting approach to line up the spike. Guto's under all sorts of pressure and just pumps his partner onto the net. Easy pickings for Brazil. Way to problem solve. They have a slight advantage. They're up by 2. the eagle eye of Jake Gibb watches out. Ooh, some quizzical stuff from Seaman. Let's have a look. Sure, this will give us a better view. A reason to complain, didn't he? The Brazilian blocker. It wasn't far away. Guto. So dynamic. Last 2 steps really spring him into action. He fires on the angle. Patterson looking to go onto it. Slightly wider set. Gibb from the pin. Flags are waving everywhere from the line judges. Touch off the block and out of play. These guys had an absolute classic earlier in the week with Gibb and Patterson taking the pool game 18-16, but every single set went to overtime, so there's really nothing between these two teams. Ace from Gibb, really liking to serve Seaman over his left side. Highlighted a weak spot. There it is again, but that's a good angle in the pass from Seaman. Oh, chicken wing from Patterson, but he can't keep the ball in play. Starting to get a little bit more exciting, this one. He's fierce, isn't he, Seaman? Packs a punch with his spike. Ace from Seaman. We saw Samoilovs struggle with that one earlier on. The jump serve from left to right. Casey Patterson is stranded. He just can only stand there and watch the ball collide with the sand. It's a huge roar from Patterson, maybe one of relief as we head to the technical timeout. Not far away. Technical timeout. Brazil have just edged proceedings early on here. They lead 11-10. Gibb and Patterson were slow starters in their semi-final against Alison and Bruno. But my oh my, did they make an absolute battle of that semi-final in the end. The Mexican wave streams around Olsztyn. Polish fans love their volleyball. Patterson with the jump serve. Ace from Casey. That's the way to come out after a technical. Aces from the American defender. Patterson from Manhattan Beach, the famous beach volleyballing seaside town. Guto from Rio de Janeiro, another famous beach volleyballing city. 12-11. Guto takes a little bit of pace off the serve to Patterson. It's drifting across Patterson, but he loves that because he loves to chop it back on the angle, but it's seen and it's dug. Chance for Gibb. No touch on the block. Referee's got a tough decision to make here. He delays his decision, but it goes the way of the USA. Guto is not very happy. He feels that there was a touch on that block from Jake Gibb. Nothing given. So now we're starting to trade at 12s. Jake Gibb going to serve and then chase on in. No two-ball available for Guto, so it goes back to Seaman. This time, Jake Gibb does get a touch on the block. Lights out on Seaman. He's waiting, he's anticipating, and then he's forcing that ball straight down. Casey Patterson is getting his jig on, firing himself up. Wider play from Brazil. Hitting error from Simon. The wheels on the Brazilian bus are starting to fall off here. Gibb serving nicely. Taking time and space away in the block. Good run this, since the technical timeout. Another block from Gibb, on two from Guto. Patterson just shoots an arm out and keeps the ball alive, but Gibb at full stretch can't resuscitate that point for the USA. Simon, once again, one tactic we saw that worked earlier for the Latvians when Simon was serving was to utilize the second ball attack. Won't be any second ball attack because Gibb passes way off the net. Again, full stretch, diving pickup. Guto puts the pressure back onto the USA. Agile in defense, aggressive in offense. Guto is proving to be a customer to be scared of on this World Tour. Screams from the crowd for Casey Patterson. It's a little bit underneath the ball. See here, passes a little bit off the net. Points to Brazil, timeout from the USA. This one swings one way and then it swings back the other. There's a long way to go in this first set. Patterson just saying that he's in a little bit early in his approach. It's important for a spiker to make sure the ball's in front of them when they're spiking the ball. No cause for panic for the USA. Flipper from Patterson because he can't get two hands on it. Glorious stuff from Guto. Now from the middle for a two-point lead. Just wide from Guto. Both teams going at 100 miles per hour here in Olsztyn. Patterson would like you to think that he had that one covered. Not quite so sure myself. He did watch it all the way out, though. Guto again, who has been very consistent on this right side, beats Jake Gibb in the block. Reverse play, Patterson shut down from Guto, and Simon with the block. Look at the finish from the blocker. Everything reaching over the net, putting pressure onto Patterson. Good point here. No reverse play this time from Casey Patterson. He stays in front. 2 blocks in a row from Simon. Free net for him. Good reactions from Patterson. But big celebrations for Brazil. All of a sudden, they have raced into a 3-point lead. 2 stops in a row on Patterson have made Guto and Simon favourites for this first set. Patterson again. Needs to find a side out here. Not another block from Simon. 2 blocks and a defense from Brazil. Take them to 19-15. Patterson goes for power. He can't get past the block. Patterson goes for precision. The block goes later, and again, he cannot maneuver the ball around. Simon. Surely not 5 in a row. Simon again is taking this game into his own hands. Patterson walks around the court, heads down, shoulders slumped. Easy pickings for Brazil. Set point for the young Brazilian outfit. Casey Patterson needs to find some confidence here. There's another touch on the block. Reverse windmill. But Guto is all over that from Patterson. Chance to win the set. Gibb almost retrieves it. Set 1 goes to Brazil. The consistency of Guto, the power of Simon has been too hot to handle here in Poland. The windmill from Simon to finish things off. Casey Patterson has to find some consistency here. 21-15, the first set. And I make it that Brazil won, what, 5 or 6 in a row? In a fascinating first set, where the Brazilians started to show off a little bit. We're ready to go again. Casey Patterson with the reverse set. They need to change something, but Simon starts this set just as he finished the last. Lights out on Patterson. Looking for their first Grand Slam medal, this Brazilian side. And they are on flames at the moment. Guto this time. Teamwork well and truly makes the dream work for Brazil. If it's not Simon shutting the Americans down at the net, it's Guto making digs and then delivering an offense. Change of sides here. The US. Patterson wants to go on the right because he's struggling for momentum. This time, he just sends a trickler to the sideline and is good enough to make a point. They need some confidence building out here, the USA, but Guto, every time they've served the young man the ball, he's had an answer, whether it's a cut shot, whether it's like a sharp angle, the seam, or the line. Guto has an answer to almost every question that the USA ask of him. It's a long way back already for the USA. Just from confidence and momentum, they're setting well off the net, trying to get round the big block. Good starting position from Simon, isn't it? No wonder he gets so many blocks. Not this time, though. They've tried to go through Simon countless times. Now they're having to go over him. Simon is the target. Maybe they're going to try and wear him out a little bit. Jake Gibb gets a little bit of his own back in the block. Second chance for Guto. Tomahawk back on one, attempted flipper from Simon. Cheeky stuff from Patterson, but potentially that's what it's going to take. Seizes the opportunity, Patterson, to plant the ball back on one. Service pressure underneath the block here, Guto, but yet again, I think he almost manages to manipulate the ball with the knuckle underneath the right arm, or have a better look this time. Potentially Jake Gibb would have wanted to take the whole ball there and make the stop. He doesn't, so Guto just finds a way past. Jump float this time from Guto on Patterson. A fumble in the block from Gibb. Patterson, though, once again stopped in defense. I would be surprised if the Brazilian stopped serving Patterson. There's a rare moment of side-out joy for Casey. The USA based out of Huntington Beach. This is Casey Patterson. He may struggle for a phase of the game, but somebody like Patterson, who loves to play with heart and desire, you just cannot write off. A couple of aces, a couple of big plays, and Patterson will be right back in this game. As we saw in the semi-final, he didn't have the best of starts, but he was excellent through sets 2 and 3. On to poor decision. From Same, and that ball's always travelling across the left sider onto his right shoulder. Travelling out of the hitting window. Guto, who oozes confidence at the moment. Puzzling looks from the USA because they don't really know who they can serve to score off at the moment. No matter where that set is, Guto adjusts nicely and he manages to find the sand. Ace from Seymour. Frustrated hand claps from Gibb. Again, that ball getting close to Casey Patterson. Always taking pace off the ball. More frustration for Gibb. Better from Patterson. That's a much better pass. Well in system here, the USA, but the set's tight. There's a little bit of smuggling going on, but Patterson gets his own back. What a cover that is from Guto. Marvellous from the Brazilian magician. Casey's having an argument, but take nothing away from Brazil. Guto is on flames here. Just cannot break this Brazilian side down. Reactions, athleticism, and aggression to put the ball away. Outstanding beach volleyball. Passing problems again for Patterson. The jump service really asking questions of the American number 2. Chance to still side out, and he gets away with it. Not much stopping Guto this afternoon, is there? Hits a couple on the angle. So USA decide to try and make a block by going late and taking the cross, but he fires down the line. Patterson very happy with that set from Gibb. Gibb and Patterson always communicating, always planning the next play. They're still in touch here. But it's Brazil who feel the more comfortable. There you go, Jake Gibb. That was one that the USA needed. The set's too wide, I think, on Guto. Gibb takes a step and gets the block. We're back at 9s, and Patterson's gonna be full of confidence in his jump serve. This one has to go over from Gibb. Touching the block counts. Oh, sloppy. Again, almost too casual from Seaman, and it might be costly for Brazil. Yes, it is. Very sloppy, from the youngsters. This one here, just instead of moving your feet and getting your shoulders behind the ball, Mr. Seaman, you just want to poke your wrists at it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Point for the USA. The first time, the pressure is mounting on the young Brazilians here. Casey Patterson makes a dig and fires it away in offense. As we said earlier, Patterson, who was struggling, is really standing up to be counted now. He's got character in abundance, Casey Patterson. Brazil manage to sneak the ball through the block. So we head to the technical timeout. In a little bit of a fluster. There's been some big plays and some big moments in this one. Guto and Seaman have got a little bit casual and sloppy with their play. Jake Gibb and Casey Patterson are experienced customers. You give them an inch in this game, they will take a mile. Just another example of how a timeout can affect the focus of the server. It's imperative that you take your time, just like Jake Gibb does there. Crazy, isn't it? 2 errors in judgment and focus from Seaman has really cost the Brazilians post-technical timeout. Seaman and Guto used their get-out-of-jail-free card and managed to score. Patterson tight to the net. There wasn't much room for Casey Patterson there. But the little bit of space that there was, Patterson found it. Guto from the right side. Oh, one-handed scoop from Patterson. Now we're on. Casey Patterson, take a bow. Audacious stuff from the Californian. Guto just dries his eyes. Timeouts for Brazil. That was outstanding from Patterson. The crowd are certainly enjoying themselves. That last play from Patterson was superb. It's either very shallow out there or the Polish population are walking on the water. Regardless, it's Casey Patterson who is flying out on the show court at the moment. Jake Gibb now puts his stamp on the game. Seaman and Guto are all at sea here. He goes late, lines up and gets the swat and sends Guto to the floor. Are Brazilian hopes going with him? Not yet. No joy for Gibb on that occasion. And Casey Patterson's not even in the picture. Change of ends. Seaman needs to find some joy behind the baseline. They are out of system here, but Gibb. Flipper from Guto. The sublime backhand is matched with some unbelievable defense from Patterson. Duel at the nets goes Brazil's way. This game has got everything at this moment in time. Full stretch, flipper. And the joust goes the way of Brazil. Again, Guto at full stretch, making things happen for Brazil. Timeout to the USA. Two world-class pieces of play from Guto. The first one, the flipper on the cut shot. The second one, the full stretch dive to the right. Gibb and Patterson, once again, are struggling to find an answer. Luckily for them, they do have a 2-point lead. There's the inspirational Jake Gibb. 40 years old now, after playing most of his career with Sean Rosenthal. The pair went their separate ways after London. And Gibb teamed up with the fiery Casey Patterson. Game on, crucial time of this set. It's really tight to net. Casey Patterson has to go and flirt with it on two. Too easy for Brazil. In system, in rhythm, Guto does the rest. Screams from Patterson. We're back to just one hit. Just see how relieved Patterson was there. The USA, to not have to side out on that occasion, was a blessing in disguise for them. Reverse play, Guto this time from the left, shoots high line. Like any fairly young side, it's their first Grand Slam Final Four. There's going to be some nerves for this Brazilian team as they approach the finish line. Never have they won a Grand Slam medal. Jake Gibb takes the reverse set, scoots it down the line. It's always tough when you're going through situations for the first time. They had nothing to lose at the start of this game, Brazil, and now the pressure is mounting. Chasing after that, Simon with the slide almost. A bit like Roadrunner chasing after that one to the pin, and then just going to town on it. Patterson follows the spiker across the court, and the ball's just brushed back past him. Change of ends. The USA still just about in charge. Change, faster attack for Gibb. They knew that was coming, didn't they? He made the read, Guto. He loves that play, Jake Gibb. We saw it 3 or 4 times this morning when they quicken up the tempo. He makes a run for the left-hand side of the ball and just tries to chop the ball on the angle. Block from Gibb. There's a net touch somewhere. It's given against Jake Gibb. 2 will do it for the USA, and they really have to find a side out here. Net touch on the way down with the left elbow. Side out here is crucial for the USA. Patterson, the wide set. Casey Patterson unleashes, lands, and looks at his partner square in the eyes. He loves pressure, Patterson. Set point to go to a tie-break. Patterson with the serve. Guto. Just smooth from Guto. Has a little look, knows where the block is. Teases Jake Gibb. Interesting time. Gibb and Patterson need to side out right here, right now, to take it to a tie-break. Patterson on 2. Well seen from Guto. He makes the read really early, but he's hitting way out of town. Off the net swing for Patterson to send us to a tie-break. Taken. 21-19. Gibb and Patterson take us to a tie-break. The Californian Republic flag is flying high. After a slow start, Gibb and Patterson have come very good here. It's just like the semi-final against Alison and Bruno. They were slow out the blocks, but they ended up coming very good.
A my, drodzy Państwo, mamy jeszcze do rozdania kalendarze Autoidea Mercedes-Benz. Dla tych, którzy polubią na Facebooku właśnie profil Autoidea, kalendarze już wkrótce. Teraz, drodzy Państwo, USA i Brazylia. Czy będą brawa?
They're almost ready to go again for the third three-setter of the day. Every match of this Final Four has been so competitive. Patterson. Scrambled again. Casey Patterson is making copious amounts of digs. As slow as he started in this one, it's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish. And Patterson is finding form. Oh, wow. That one from Simon collided with the sand with an almighty thud. Double up on the angle. Jake Gibb and Patterson both covering the cross-court, leaving the line for Simon. Simon taking the opportunity. Guto's turn to play some splendid defense. Great reactions from Gibb. The ball has to go this time. I think maybe Jake Gibb's left hand is a little bit out of practice. Gibb smuggling away. Blocks just a tad narrow from Simon, leaving the short line well and truly open. More reverse plays. Guto from the left. Frustration for Gibb as the teams change ends. He felt like he should have made that block. Just a little bit of trading here at the start of the third bronze. Both teams looking for their first bronze medal of the season. The Brazilians are looking for their first Grand Slam medal ever. Float serve for Casey Patterson, potentially just a save on energy. It's very warm out there. Easy pickings, though, for Guto. See, Patterson's been jump serving, he's been having to side out, and he's been having to play a lot of defense. Takes its toll on any athlete. High line is seen very early from Simon. Guto from the right side, and they're picking up the pace here, the Brazilians. Starting to find fire and rhythm in their play once again. Guto is a tricky customer. Simon is a very tough target to get the ball around. Patterson does manage to fire a bullet right in the arms of Guto, but the ball flies out of play. Steep and fierce. Vigorous stuff from Patterson. Toss on the serve from Jake Gibb, always falling away from him. 6-4 to Brazil in this race to 15. For anyone who regularly watches beach volleyball will know that there is still a marathon left in this bronze medal match. That one from Simon is well and truly off the radar. Might have to send a search party out to find that one. He does go high risk for high reward, that's for sure. Slide from Patterson and Gibb. Gibb looks to take the reverse on. So all that does is for Simon, it just draws him in. Look, he takes a step, he's watching Gibb, and Patterson knows exactly the situation and rolls it down the line. Very good deception from the USA. In the tie-break once again to Guto and Simon. The Brazilians were on top form though. Guto sweeping up on the backcourt. Simon making so many blocks and forcing so many errors. It's Guto and Simon that take the bronze home from Poland. And this is how they did it.
Tremendous win,
Huge
medal
block
in the
from Simon. We're going to head down courtside to hear from Guto and Simon.
And this guy are amazing, Gibby Patterson. And I wish all the luck in the Olympic Games for this guy. And it is, Simon played so well. And we did a good defense. And thank you for everybody, thank you God.
I want to talk about Simon, the super stuffer. Great match and stuffing.
Thank you very much.
Ask him what makes the difference. Why is he such a good super stuffer?
I don't know, I think we all play all the time together when we helping each other all the time.
Obviously, you lost to him in pool play. Did you play him differently today?
No, I don't know if we have some difference. We play the same, but now the details make the difference.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Very gracious, Brazil. And what a performance. They win in 3, Guto and Simon, to take the bronze away from Olsztyn, the Grand Slam. And by the sounds of it, we are going to see a lot more from Guto and Simon in these situations. We're going to leave you with some highlights from what was a very exciting and entertaining game. But from us, for now, it's goodbye from Olsztyn.